Hi, I'm Sally Abrams, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, which we are doing this year in place of a parent meeting as we begin the Israel Leadership Fellows program. So you can watch this in your pajamas and learn everything that you need to know about your child's participation in the program. Along with teaching and coordinating the Israel Leadership Fellows program, I also co-direct the Speakers Bureau for the Jewish Community Relations Council for JCRC, and I've spoken on Israel and/or Judaism hundreds of times. First, I want to tell you how pleased we are to have your children in this program. Those of us who love and care about Israel face a lot of challenges in the months ahead. The fact that your child wants to be an advocate for Israel is a badge of honor for him or her, and it says a lot about how they've been raised. So kol hakavod to you. This year I will be teaching the weekly Israel Leadership Fellows, or ILF class, along with my wonderful and talented colleague Heidi Schneider. The class meets on Wednesday evenings from 7:10 to 8 p.m. at the Talmud Torah of Minneapolis. There are 6 Wednesday evenings this year when instead of our class, the students will go to Yachad, the new community high school initiative. They will have a calendar and know where they are expected to be on Wednesday nights. The most important thing for me to convey to you as we get started are what the expectations are for student participation and performance. In the kickoff, in the recruitment, in interviewing, we were very deliberate about selecting students that appeared to have the time and the commitment to fulfill the program requirements. Here's what those are. First of all, class attendance is required. Excused absences are illness, conflict with school events, and family life cycle events. If your child knows he or she will be absent, they are expected to let me know before class, either by email or text or phone. They'll have all my contact information. They can reach out any way they like. But there is no simply not showing up to class with no explanation. If your child is chronically absent from class, that's grounds for removal from the program. Our class has a private website, and students, when they're absent, are expected to go to the website and see what they missed. There'll be a summary of what was covered in class, links to handouts, links to relevant videos and other websites and articles, so they can stay caught up if they miss a class. We'll send the link to the website to you too, so that you can also see what it is they're doing and what they're learning. In late October, your child will be matched with a mentor, a volunteer either from the Speakers Bureau of JCRC, an Israel advocacy volunteer from NCJW, or a member of the community at large that has special expertise in Israel advocacy. The mentor's role is to guide your student in developing grassroots Israel advocacy skills and to work towards your student's personal advocacy goals, which they will set with their mentor. The more they discuss and question and engage with their mentor, the more they're going to learn. Your student is expected to be, or your child, our student, is expected to be in contact with their mentor about twice a month. What is contact? It can be lots of different things. Contact is defined as attending a community event, a pro-Israel or anti-Israel event together, attending a presentation by one of the speakers of the JCRC. It can be a conversation, and many of our students last year engaged in a regular once-a-month coffee with their mentor where they grappled with the tough issues that Israel faces and working towards that student's own particular goals. The conversation can be in person. It can be over the phone. They can do an article share via email where they read and respond to particular pertinent articles that are in the news. They can be discussing something that was learned in class. Assume a few hours a month outside of class for working with the mentor. Students and mentors will also receive regular emails from me listing all of the upcoming community events, both pro and anti-Israel, as well as film nights. This was something we did last year that was very successful, where most of the time it was me hosting an Israeli film night, a contemporary film that would be a launching board for discussion about Israel. The mentors that we have working in this program are very talented and very busy people who have nonetheless made the commitment to work with these children and share their expertise and to help them grow in their knowledge and skills. They are truly the unsung heroes of our community. The mentors have time to work with your child, but they have no time to chase after your child. Once your child and their mentor determine their preferred method of communication, whether it's phoning each other, texting each other, or emailing, then your child is expected to be responsive to that mentor. If your child is not responsive to their mentor, I will meet with your child to determine if there's a problem that can be solved. But if the non-responsiveness continues, it is also grounds for removal from the program. Over the course of the year, your child and their mentor are expected to do 4 things together. That is, attend 1 pro-Israel event, 1 anti-Israel event, 1 Israeli film night, and then your child is expected to carry out his or her own advocacy project. And those 4 things take place within the context of the couple of hours a month that are devoted to working with the mentor. They are expected to turn in a plan for their advocacy project by February 15th and to complete it by May 1st. What are some of the ways that they could complete their project? What are their options? One thing that they could do is organize and give a presentation on Israel for a small group. They could interview someone who is part of an organization that has Israel at the focus of their activities and share what they learn with the class. I will provide them with a list of people willing to be interviewed. They can interview someone who has a compelling personal story with regard to Israel and share what they learned with the class. Again, I will provide them with names. They can invite an elected official or a member of their staff to meet with the class, and your child would conduct that meeting. And one of our students did that last year, invited Congressman Keith Ellison, and he came, and it was a very powerful experience for a teenager to convene a meeting of his peers, ask an elected official to attend, and to conduct that meeting, to see how our elected officials are answerable to us on the topic of Israel and on everything else. This is important. Your child is responsible for his or her own transportation in attending community events or any other activities in meeting with their mentor. Any other activities they engage in, the mentors are not permitted to drive your child around. After we get up and running, I will send you a link to our class website so that you can keep up with what we're doing. I love sharing good news via email, and so when your child deserves a shout out, you can expect to hear from either me or Heidi about that. Likewise, if your child is underperforming, I'll be in touch with you so that we can help work together to get him or her back on track. But again, we will not chase after an underperforming child all year. I think that covers it. I thank you for listening. I thank you for sharing your child with us. You can reach out to me anytime via email or telephone, and I'm happy to be in touch with you. Thank you again so much. Bye-bye.